So hi, my name is Arfan Chowdhury. I'm here on behalf of PlayGame. I'm actually an advisor and investor there. Anton couldn't make it here from Asia, so I did what any good advisor would do, is come here and pitch for him. So what is PlayGame? PlayGame is a game distribution platform and a crowdfunding platform as well. What are the main challenges? Monetization is one of the biggest challenges for game developers. First of all, you can make money through ads, but to make money through ads, you need a large volume of users. And if you don't, you're not really making money. The main money maker is actually in-app purchases, which is the holy grail of making money. However, Apple and Google takes 30% cut, so that's quite a bit of chunk of money there. And then the second part is raising money from investors. Most of these indie game developers can't raise money because it's not a wise investment to actually invest in these games that are only going to make about $1 million or $2 million a year. And games are getting even more expensive to build out. So the solution is to build a decentralized platform for game publishing and crowdfunding. It's going to be based on Ethereum, and it's going to be based off Play token. Use case example is direct play, basically any in-app purchases, purchasing product within a game. And then the main money maker would be the multiplayer opportunity. For example, you and a bunch of friends could pull up your tokens together, and winner basically takes all. The main benefits is, first of all, there's going to be no chargeback or any ad fraud. If you aren't familiar within the app industry, usually about 5% is chargebacks or gone to ad fraud, and you basically lose out money. The second benefit is within games, if you actually purchase digital products, you actually own the product now because it's actually a digital good on blockchain. So who are these guys running this platform? It's Touch10. They have delivered over 50 million installs or 50 different games. They also partnered up with 9gag. They raised money from 500 startups, Ideal Source, and a couple of other investors out in Japan. They've also gotten a shout out from Google CEO a couple of years ago for doing a great job out in Jakarta as well. The market size, it's about $100 billion within the gaming industry, and about $84 billion is actually the in-app purchases within games. The crypto market size, you probably already know, so I'll skip this one. Are in existing blockchain games? Yeah, CryptoKitties, which you probably already heard of. They've done about $24.5 million worth of transactions till this day, so there's a lot of opportunity here. The business model, there's going to be a 5% fee for in-app purchases and 5% for crowdfunding. You might be thinking, is crowdfunding something that may work? I thought the exact same thing a couple of years ago. Anton came to me, he said he's going to launch a project on Kickstarter. And I thought, yo, you must be pretty stupid. Like, who's actually going to give you some money there? I understand if it was like a tangible product, it makes sense. But he proved me wrong, and he raised quite a bit of money. And now putting us on a blockchain makes sense because now you can actually give people limited good items. Let's say you have a sword, you can actually give them this limited edition item, which they actually have ownership to. Token economy, basically gamers can pull up tokens to play against each other. And then there's a crowdfunding platform for game developers. And there's going to be an ad network model as well. Roadmap. There's a private token sale going on right now. We're guaranteed on 2 exchanges. One is Indodax. Indodax is Indonesia's largest exchange. They have $20 million worth of transactions every single day. And then the second one is Tokenomics. Tokenomics is also going to be launching a token forum from A to Z, building on a smaller contract house forum as well. The basic core phase of tokens that's going to go for sale is 60%, 20% has gone to teams, 10% to advisors, 10% to bonus. use of funds, partnerships is 25%, legal is 5%, marketing is 30%, and product development is 40%. Founders, Anton is the main guy behind Touch 10. The second guy, Arya, he created tease.co.id. He was the first guy to actually enter Jakarta, I guess Indonesia, in the e-commerce business. Right now his business is a multi-million-dollar industry business. He also got funded from 500 Startup. Third guy, Batista, he is the CTO of this platform. He created Coral, which was acquired by Midtrans, and then Midtrans was acquired by Gojek. If you don't know who Gojek is Uber's one of Uber's biggest competitor out in Southeast Asia. And then the advisors. I'm one of the advisors. I've actually built a mobile ad network before. We scaled it to 1 billion impressions, and then we sold it. Currently, I'm running a content creator platform. And then there's Andrew. He runs Kaskus. I don't know if you heard of Kaskus, but there's a Reddit of Indonesia, and they got acquired for a multi-million-dollar. And then there's CEO of Indodax. He's part of it as well. He's also personally invested over $100,000 in this project. And then there's Ideal Source VC. They're a very big VC out in Asia, and they personally invested money in this project as well. And there's a couple of other great guys as well. And that's pretty much it. If you have any questions.
Yeah, I have. Could you explain maybe like the more detailed your tokenomics, how your token will circulate in your ecosystem, and what about the points of growth?
Yeah, so the token economics. One point is developers. The more tokens they hold, the higher ranking they get. So this is good to not have too much supply within the economic system. The second is for game holders. If they hold a certain amount of tokens, there's going to be bonuses given to them, like a cheat code or something like that along those lines. Yeah.
Okay. Great. And what kind of investors are you looking for? It's more institutional, or it's more the guy who participates in your platform?
A mix of everything. Yeah.
Okay. And what about your legal status? If
they're based in Singapore right now, and it's declared as a utility token.
And you're looking for investors, in Singapore, in Asia, in Europe, but not in US?
We haven't started in America yet. All our investors are out in Asia. I'm the only investor which is actually based out in Canada, but most of the investors are in Asia. It's much more easier to raise money in Asia as well. They're willing to drop in money right away. Yeah, and they're much more comfortable with it as well.
Okay, but your company will focus on the United States market as a consumer market, or not?
Yeah, they're thinking about it, but we're trying to enter in, they're trying to raise money here.
Oh, okay, yeah, thanks.
Yeah. What is the biggest challenge right now for the company, and how are you guys going to handle it?
The biggest challenge, in what sense?
I mean, in general, what's the biggest roadblock? Technical aspects, fundraising.
Fundraising is not actually a big aspect right now. Actually, let me think about it. I don't think they really even have any roadblocks because they're guaranteed on 2 exchanges already, and that's one of the biggest issues for any ICO running because they're not guaranteed on any exchange. They have also raised 2 exchanges. Indodax, which is Indonesia's largest exchange, and Tokenomics. They've already raised money from VCs. They got money from investors already down there in a private round, so they're pretty good to go. The team's pretty solid, which is why I've actually invested as well. Yeah.
So I have some questions.
Yeah.
I think you've made the point that the team is really solid.
Yes.
And you have a great advisory set. I didn't understand clearly how big the addressable market was, and trying to understand, what's the size of the opportunity. Do you have any information regarding?
So I don't know how much. So I don't know the exact numbers on top of my head, but it's a multi-billion-dollar market. So their main market is actually Southeast Asia, and that's where most of these mobile gamers are. How they're going to bypass Apple and thing is progressive web apps. If you know what progressive web apps are, they could be used on mobile and desktop. They're great for like basic games like a checker game or just like basic games that you don't actually have to install it on your phone. Yeah.
So web-based games.
Yeah, they're progressive web-based games. Yes.
Did Did you go through the offering itself? The discounts that you're going to be offering on the tokens?
Yes, at the current moment, they're on a private round. If you do a minimum of 200 ETH, you'll get a bonus of 150% at the current moment, but the other bonuses, they haven't released those numbers yet.
Well, thank you very much.
All right.
Record time and understood very well.